Hi, welcome back for another screencast. This is Dr. Lesesne, and we're going to take a look at some of the assignments for the class and try to explain them in some detail so that they'll be a little bit easier for you to finish. So I've already logged in to Live Binders. I've already clicked on the LSSL 5385 binder, and remember the key for that is LSSL 5385. That makes it kind of easy, I think. I'm going to click now on my Assignments tab. That brings up some sub-tabs for me. And as long as I'm here, I think I may as well just show you some of the other things that are here. Some of these have screencasts already. I do have a sub-tab here that talks about the important dates for the fall semester. You'll see assignments are due by midnight on the date specified. When you go to Blackboard, you'll see the same information there, but it's also here redundantly, I know, in Live Binders. Your first assignment, the reading autobiography, is due September 13th. There is information about how to complete that here on this tab. The second assignment is due about a month later, and that's the annotated bibliography. Again, information for this particular assignment found here. Your blog is due to me November 1st, and you'll get some more information about that blog here, as well as a screencast that you'll see in just a little while. Your social networking activity, which is what I'm going to discuss with you in this screencast, is due November 15th. There are some more details here, and the finished screencast will be up here under this tab. And finally, your youth literature essay, which is your final TK20 assignment for the course, is due on November 22nd. Again, more information here and some information as well under screencasts. I've given you 3 other dates for you to kind of keep in mind that are important. One of the things you have to do this semester for the social networking assignment is participate in Title Talk. That's held the last Sunday of the month from 7 to 8 p.m. Central Time on Twitter. And the dates that you'll be able to attend, and you must attend one of these sessions and participate. The dates for this semester are August 31st, September 28th, October 26th. You need to carve out one of these dates now. I would urge you, really urge you, to do August or September and not leave this to the last minute, because you want to have some time to reflect on the assignment that you're doing. So there are the important due dates right here under this tab, but today we're going to talk about the social networking assignment. The social networking assignment has 2 parts. The first part is to join Twitter if you're not already there. And once you're on Twitter, to do the following. You're going to follow 2 members of the Library Science Department who are already on Twitter. Of course, you'll follow me. My username is @ProfessorNana. You'll also follow Dr. Perry. Her username is @KPerry. You'll need to select 5 other people to follow as well, including 1 young adult author, 1 classroom teacher at the intermediate, middle, or high school level, 1 publisher, a literacy organization, and 1 school librarian at the intermediate, middle, or high school level. I have given you the Twitter starter pack. You'll see it as a tab under social networking activity, and you can use that as a guideline for doing it. You need to follow these people for a minimum of 5 weeks, so start now so that you can do that. At the end of the 5 weeks or so, I'm going to ask you these questions. What did you learn? Who did you follow? What links did you see? What dates did you follow? Did you share anything with from Twitter with a colleague? And how might these serve you as a school librarian? So make sure that the first thing you do is join Twitter. If you'll look up here, this is Twitter. Go to twitter.com. It's easy to sign up for an account. You can see I've had one obviously for a while. And this is what my Twitter feed looks like. Lots and lots of people. Remember, I'm following 1,200 people. You only have to follow 5 in addition to following me and following Dr. Perry. So that'll mean that your feed is a little bit more manageable. So make sure that you sign up for Twitter and make sure that each and every day, if not multiple times a day, you begin to screen your Twitter feed to look for information that might be of value to you. and to follow those links as it goes out. You can see that there's all kinds of information here. I want to kind of scan down a little to show you what I expect for you to do when you're looking at Twitter. You can see there are authors here. Here's Laurie Holt Sanderson. Michael Grant is an author. There are educators here like Ed Spicer, Kylene Beers. So let's suppose that you've decided that you're going to follow Lit World as your organization. If you look at then every day, if you follow them, you'll see that there are links for you to click on. I expect as you're reading your tweets, as you're going through your Twitter feed in the morning or afternoon, whenever it is that you do it, that you click on links and you follow them and you see the information that's there. Here's a publisher, here's Scholastic, that's giving you some great resources for summer reading, and of course that'll shift a little in the fall to include some different kinds of things there as well. You can kind of keep going on and you'll see that basically there's just lots and lots and lots of good information that's here. I'm going to click over to notifications. Notifications are messages that are sent to me, or at least saying, hey, Teri, take a look at these kinds of things. And one of the things that I got today, because I follow Margie Podolinsky, is a link that talks about the fact that a third of public schools don't have full-time librarians. And it is an incredible piece of information there that talks about the digital divide and how that's kind of growing because of things like that. So I follow links that are here. I like to see what people are talking about. There's a lot of discussion right now about LeakyCon and people talking about young adult literature. You can see there's also links in here that take you to job openings that are available. So once you get into Twitter, you're going to find a whole lot of information, a lot of links for you to click on, a lot of people for you to follow, and I really encourage you to kind of keep up with that. As I said, consult your Twitter starter pack and you'll get a little bit more information about who you might follow over the course of 5 weeks. You are certainly welcome to follow them for more than 5 weeks, but that's a minimum. The second part of your social networking assignment is to participate in a session of Title Talk, and you saw those dates under due dates. Title Talk, is a chat that's held on Twitter, and you need to be able to do a chat on Twitter. You can do it in one of two ways. You can either search Twitter on the evening of Title Talk, and there's the little search right there. And what will happen is anytime somebody has a hashtag Title Talk, there'll be postings right here. So these are the archives for the July Title Talk, and you'll also see some of the discussion that took place during there. All you have to do is use search and then you'll be able to follow Title Talk. I use TweetDeck when I'm involved in Twitter chats, and it's a free app. It's available for your computer on a website. You can also download it onto your iOS devices. All the different Mac products will take it, because TweetDeck allows me to follow the conversation a little bit more easily. What TweetDeck does is give me several columns that I can follow. So I can look at my home feed, I can look at the notifications, but I can concentrate just on the talk. And so you'll see, I'm going to do a little search here. I'm going to try to do a little search here. And I want to say for content, instead of the last chat I was in, which was BP Roots, I want to look at all the Title Talk. And once I do that, you'll see that anything that has to do with Title Talk that uses that hashtag, you can see it right here, you can see it right here. will come up in this column, so I'm able to follow the chat without having to worry about all these things going on over here, although I can certainly look there as well. One of the things to remember about participating in a chat is when you are ready to participate, to go ahead and enter something, you have to enter the hashtag Title Talk so that everybody who's participating in the chat will be able to see it. Once you do that, you have 129 characters left. You can use that to pose a question. You can do that to make a suggestion, to respond to somebody else. You decide how that's going to be. You can also send a direct image. You can add a photograph. There are lots of things that you're going to be able to do. And then once you've done that successfully, it's going to show up over here in your Title Talk feed. Notice that while this particular column isn't moving, there are people posting to Twitter on my homepage, and that I'll also see some notifications come in that are addressing me in particular. So I suggest using something like TweetDeck, or at least following it along in Twitter, to make this a much simpler assignment for you. So, tips for the assignment. There are two divisions for the reflection that you write for this assignment. One is on Twitter, one is on Title Talk. For each of these sections, reflect on what you've learned. Be specific. I expect detailed reflections. This is an assignment, the first part, that you're doing for 5 weeks. I want some detail about what you saw during those 5 weeks. And when you talk about Title Talk, I don't want you to just say, well, this month's discussion was about blank, and so we talked about blank. I want some specifics. Who was involved in the chat? Who was doing a lot of the talking? What kinds of titles went by that you think you need to know? What questions do you still have? Who do you think would be a good expert after reading the different tweets that are coming up in this discussion? So I want all of those things to take place. I want those kinds of things to be a part of the reflection that you're doing. Good luck on this assignment.